and you can farm at the same time. It's a very efficient hero, but almost all, like, so much of her kit.
You take a look at the other lanes. Abba versus Nick shouldn't be anything too significant to write home about there. Mid lane, it does look like Cuckoo was getting a little bit of help from his Ogre, but now maybe in some trouble with the Monkey King potential to pop over as well. Cuckoo just might go down solo to Weeha on the Wind Ranger. Cuckoo far too aggressive.
Looks like Weeha is going to be going for the bottom room. This is actually a perfect setup and almost a guaranteed kill.
Nicely done here. The crush is going to connect, and now Weeha is going to be silenced. They find the kill. It was really...
Definitely did not see that, or he wouldn't have gone for System Exposed Rune, and it ends up working out very well with a key kill the other way around, and a nice +2 for the silencer. So,
and bottom lane,
they're going to get a jump down bottom, and the product shield is just off cooldown.
It was a really good...
TNC really feel the impact of that. Once that comes out, once there's the Radiance of the Manta, you realize very quickly that there is all that damage. But oh, nice little combo there for Sam H. Carapace has the Aphotic Shield, and they're going to be able to go for the 3v1.
Nicely done with the heal bomb to finish it off, and that was what I was talking about. Their bases.
Yeah, pretty close to the shrine here, so even with the jump, I think he actually might be okay. We'll see. Maybe initiation here, just now or never, and they need to follow up from Tim's.
Yeah, this is going to be an easy kill onto Soxa, so they get something from it. And even going to get a little bit of chip damage here onto Resolution as well before they head...
Yep, Smoke Blade going to come out from mid, though. Soxa and Misery trying to see what they can do to this Silencer who does not have the global available and walks right into the spring.
In trouble. There's the connect field laid down. He actually turns to try and fight onto Weeha, but he knew he was dead. A good play.
And there you go. I mean, the fact is the Haunt is wasted. They're going to go for the dagger play, and it's not going to be anything effective. Sims has to sprint a long way here to get down Soxa, and it looks like they will pick him up, but there's going to be some flank coming in with Weeha. Can they bring anybody else in, though? They need the Monkey King, whose TP is on cooldown for another 13 seconds. So while they might be able to get the jump up top, the fight down bottom is over.
And Rior will be dove here for this one. Does have the Grave TP, but no net skill. They think about actually going to pop the Song of the Siren. It's a hell of a lot of hate shown to the support. It is going to be killed off.
Guarantees at this point in time. So, yeah, nice little pickup there.
Oh, and, mid lane. Yeah, Weeha's going to end up falling here. They drop the global for this one. Crush to follow, and a little bit of -2 action into the...
They need.
And we did just see right there the Nyx Assassin stalking the courier. Wasn't able to get it. Mid lane, Cuckoo going to be pulled back in yet again. The Shackle is going to connect, and unfortunately, that was not the Dazzle coming in. I wasn't able to get a Grave off, so they do lose Cuckoo. And right now, it's looking like T-Birds in the lead. And immediately going to be taken off. That should spell the end of the aggression, at least for now. Although, Sam H is going to get gone on. Glimpse. Yeah,
big pickup.
That should be the end of it. So, Global drop. They actually decide to go in on this. They pop the Haunt. Grave comes out to keep Sam H alive, and they turn a fight. Maybe going to be able to take down Misery. Just when you think TNC are going to back up, and T-Birds think they have it in the bag. TNC show up for this fight, and now going to chase even further for another kill. They don't quite catch the Shackle, and now Tim shows up. Crush connects onto 2. The Impale from the low ground. Sam H, they thought he took him out before, but 3 dead, and Soxa is going to not quite fall himself. Oh, taking down the tower with the Nagasarn illusions to cut the creep wave, but TNC realizing they might be a little bit vulnerable right now. They're going to go immediately on the Soxa, take him down at the start of the fight. Now Raven going to Haunt in, looking further forward, able to catch Moon Meander with that stun. Now Resolution in a lot of trouble. This is going to be a complete and total catastrophe. 3 already about to fall, but can they actually turn it back around now? All right, Misery takes down Rior. Now looking for more. Sam H in a little bit of trouble here, but he does get the Spike Carapace off, and the 3-person Impale. Holy shit, Weeha is going to drop, and maybe even Misery as well. Can they connect with the kill? They take down an ultra kill for Raven. And now they're moving into Roshan. They know that all of these ultis are on cooldown, but the problem is that Spectre still has that radius. They're walking in with the Spike Carapace. A good counter initiation play comes in. Another Impale onto 2. Rezo in trouble, almost gonna drop. He's getting hit by Roshan as well, but Sam H dropping solo is gonna die at the start of this fight. Tim's going forward. He gets shackled by Weeha. Oh, and the Song of the Siren now to split everything up and to get themselves reset for another go. They don't have global on TNC. Can they kill off any of these heroes? Cuckoo getting great, but Raven, he's taken down Weeha, or rather Resolution. Cuckoo almost dead in this one, but able to walk away. They don't quite have enough damage to kill him off. Misery is still looking, and he is going to be able to go down. Finds that kill, but it might come at the cost of his own life. Still well worth it for them. Weehaw trying to run away now. They have the earn charges. They have all the damage in the world. Already popped. And TNC taking that fight in beautiful fashion.
Yeah, without globals and without a Radiance. And now they'll pop the Haunt. They'll try to get a little bit more out of this. Weehaw should be able to win run away, but the Ava will fall. Setting up a trip.
At this point in the game, he had an ultra kill at that early 60 minutes of arc. Gets another triple here just a second ago. They have found Tim's T-Birds in the jungle, so the Slardar will fall, but Raven and TNC have really pulled themselves into a strong looking game right now. Rior, they're going to pop the shrine, trying to keep him alive, but it's not going to be enough. And they got the global silence now. Resolution going to die again. We talked about the need to get into more items for this hero, but he's just been trying to take the fight consistently and keeps on dying now. Good nut counsel of that right click from Moon so that the Spike Carapace doesn't connect onto him. And now they're going to be able to pull back in onto Sam H, trying to find that kill. They jump forward. The Monkey King, Misery, trying to find that kill. Cuckoo is going to drop. We've just had consistently these ridiculously extensive battles. Now Raven trying to go back in for another kill. Tim's is respawned. Raven almost dead here, is going to end up falling. And finally, TNC might have dove too deep. Blink Dagger's being canceled. They don't quite connect with the Shackle.
The Spectre who's forced into an aggressive position at the 21-minute mark.
Well, the plus side is that they are going to be able to at least begin to build up those kills, as Misery will be found in the jungle, and Raven secures that game. Already Midas done and in hand on top of Arcane Boots, 1,400 gold in the bank. Could go back for that blink. But we still haven't had a great answer for Weehaw yet. Do you think maybe Diffusal Blade might be a look for Spectre in the future after finishing off that Manta style?
Yeah, Diffusal Blade's pretty interesting because it does now dispel Windrun, which was a property that didn't exist before. So the fact is, if you're going to be getting an item that's already good on Spectre, oh, too much damage.
Oh.
But yeah.
The main thing.
So, I mean, that's really nice. Obviously, like, you're still focused on a lot of the other heroes first. Like, the Monkey King could become a real threat, as you see him going right onto the Dazzle here with the help of Static Storm. And the Shackle onto Cuckoo, not going to clash, but still putting out a hell of a lot of damage onto him.
The problem, though, is that you do have the wraparound from the other side. Sam H is already here. They dropped the global, and now Weehaw, no chance to get away from this one. It does look like they're going to be able to walk away, though. Raven not one.
They count for everything, you know?
Yeah. Ooh. Smoke gonna break on Moon Meander, and they find that initiation right at the start. No ulti for him this time. Cuckoo in some trouble.
Nice
they get the Static Storm off. It isn't gonna be enough though. The global silence comes out, still caught in it. Sam H in trouble. They're chasing down Soxa, trying to bring him low, but they have been able to get that Wukong's command off. So much damage coming out, and Raven, I don't know if you really want to stick around here any longer. Rior is going to drop in just a second to that Naga Siren. A double kill for him, but with that Song of the Siren coming in from the south, Raven, you need to be careful. He's still chasing Weehaw here. Not afraid to man up against him. All behind their base. Tim's making the plays and almost able to kill off Weehaw. They thought about diving that one for half a second, and Raven now going to just barely be able to get back home at net.
They're still able to make that fight pretty profitable for them as a whole. Unfortunately, Sansa doesn't get as much int out of it, but the Spectre was able to clean it up, really. Just a lot of magical damage coming out. There is no, like, mechanism or pipe on the side of the Thunderbirds, so they really aren't able to deal with this as much as they like to. There's obviously, like, a lot of Midas action, there's the Vladimirs, but, yeah, they just actually don't have to fight.
Oh, and now, a little bit unfortunate yet again. They pop into this one and try and find the initiation on the Sam H, but unfortunately, Haunt does a hell of a lot of damage, and now Misery might be the one that goes down, catching him right on the tip there with that Impale. Manages to get the Midas off, but will not be denied to the creeps. The Manta style done for the Spectre, and that is a hell of a lot of damage that comes out. Resolution, amp damage up. They need to take it off immediately. They are going to be able to do that. Tim's now going to be in a little bit of trouble. Does have another stun in a second. Amp damage there onto Moon, and Tim's is going to be able to walk away from that one. Those Naga Siren illusions not bringing him down as of yet, although Sam H barely able to walk away. He gets the Spike Carapace off, turning now to fight onto Resolution. The Impale off the mark there, but still he lives.
Maybe
and now
bring him
Moon
down. The Ava has one more spell to offer. Is it gonna be enough? Oh, he's dropping so low. But
they even get that extra movement speed there. They try and get within the range. Can they get there? Spike Carapace, the damage is not quite enough.
They wanted it so bad. Beyond that, Obviously, Cuckoo is now starting to really get some items. I mean, he's got the Silver Edge fully set up for himself along with that Midas, but I think TNC are going to be happy for now to kind of conclude, but I do think that when the BKBs come out, it can change.
And now Moon in some trouble is going to drop there. Did not manage to get the proc off.
Oh my
God. They got it for Cuckoo. Well played there to break that on him, so the ult cast didn't happen automatically, but now Raven stuck in the middle of all of it. They do still have the Grave available for Reor, just going to keep him alive after the fact, but they've taken down the Monkey King, so now no more Wukong's command. It gets the Manta dodge out of the kinetic field. Cuckoo is going to drop there to the power shot, but these very nicely done plays by TNC comboed together to make sure that Abba dies. How did T-Birds respond to that?
I'm not sure. I mean, it's really tough. I think that maybe you just have to kind of build yourself up a perimeter, like get a safe space where you can consider...
Oh, God. I don't know if he's going to be in a safe space any longer, although they were able to make that escape. Now they crushed, though. Cuckoo found him, as did Tim's, and now Moon in a lot of trouble. This is looking from bad to worse. Moon Meander going to fall. 2 of the cores brought down for Thunderbirds, and they're getting ready
to scout everything out and from there keep using the blinks to follow through. And that's one thing that, I mean, Thunderbirds just don't have. They have 1 dagger on Wind Ranger, but otherwise they're pretty immobile. They're trying to counter-initiate as best they can, but it feels like TNC have so much going for them right here in mid. They're going to bring down the Disruptor, and from there, they're actually going to be able to take the tier 2 mid.
This is a huge problem. There's no
time soon from the Wind Ranger, and adding the mischance from the Radiance combined with the evasion of the Butterfly, dispersion on top of that, the effective HP of Spectre is unreal.
Oh, and Moon Meander came back out again outside of the base. I didn't think he was going to, and Cuckoo takes full advantage. So Abaddon gone for another 40 seconds. The tier 2 tower going down the bottom lane. TNC with a dominant lead in this game is now up to almost that 6,000 gold mark and 15,000 experience.
The longest of the times to be the Thunderbirds. They clearly are very far behind at this point. Almost every hero is lacking 1 key item, whereas TNC are just thriving. And even finding the opening here on Wind Ranger down bottom. I mean, just these gank trains are going to keep rolling. The map control is in full force here, and nowhere is safe for the Thunderbirds.
And more so than that, too, this is without having to use Haunt now that you're finding these pickoffs consistently. So you don't even need your most farmed hero. And guess what? Cuckoo is about to walk in. You know, right now, T-Birds might be thinking there's a fish in the barrel, but they're going to become the fish in just a second. Resolution getting gone on. They're hanging out for the moment, trying to TP out and away from this one. But Misery, he is going to be the one to fall. It looks like the rest of...
So they're going to start it off. The Silencer is in this, so they can go for the combo with the Static Storm.
All right, and no Haunt either for 10 more seconds, so they're going to be able to burst down both of them. Now the question is, TNC, do they play?
Well, it means that they don't have to worry about a Shallow Grave prolonging that. They just get it for free. Now there is pinks coming out. They do see Sam H under the Sentry Ward, and it's going to be a fight.
Haunt comes out though. Soxka already dead. Now they turn on to Misery, and this is where Raven is going to make his money. The sleep is down. Moon Meander, can he do anything to save his buddies? I don't think so. Tim's is going to end up dropping there. They pop the ulti for Moon Meander. Resolution out of mana, out of time, soon to be dead. Sam H does die for it, but can they find anything else here? The only one left alive right now is Raven. 4 heroes have gone down for TNC. They're buying back. They realize this is not the fight that they wanted to take in the Lee's pit. Glimpse back in to pull him in. Sam H is not going to be able to do anything to save the day, nor is Tim's, because realizing that there was high chance that he get killed off there. But 5 men working together for Teams Thunderbirds now.
Yeah, there's no way for them to just walk in and body check anything, and it's just going to cost them lives quickly. But Sam H does get his distance. Should Carapace here right when he gets caught by the kinetic, but still caught inside the combo from Weehaw, and now they just have to run. They can try to fight near the shrine as best they can. Global and Haunt needs to come out at the exact same time as the BKB expires.
There it is. They go in for it. Crush now onto 2, but there is going to be the silence coming in from Resolution. They're able to take down 1. Cuckoo still standing tall here in his BKB. The Global does finally come, and well, the kinetic field keeping Cuckoo stuck in it. The Grave is going to come out though, so he can turn a man fight to the best of his abilities. Raven thinking about jumping back into this one. Moon Meander still staying alive, but the team fight has a gun gone terribly for TNC. Thunderbirds with the...
Of course he will. We'll have to see the next move here, but they can definitely keep chipping if they feel confident. Still though, no risk at this point. The late game stage, every move you make becomes that much more impactful because it comes with that much greater risk of the big deaths. But they'll reset the wave. They don't have to worry about backdoor protection, so they will keep the siege alive.
So they move forward. Raven just trying to keep them back the best of their abilities. Every time they catch them here, Moon Meander, is his ulti still up? It is still there. Managed to trigger it. Resolution gonna pop. Needs to not be the one initiated on, but he is still so tanky right now. And well, they actually have run into Resolution, who does have the Song of the Siren popped, and now they call Cuckoo and Dazzle. Oh, this is going to be awful again for TNC. They popped the BKB, but Rior already in trouble. It's going to go down. They get the Global Silence. That's a nice way to turn this back around. Soxka in some trouble. Misery has popped his BKB, trying to man up against Raven. They've got him controlled. Raven in some trouble. The crush onto 3, though. Tim's doing his best to keep his team alive. Sam H finds the Ravage and Pale through it as well. And now Resolution in a hell of a lot of trouble. They're going to be able to bring him down in just a second. 4 heroes go down. Raven with a triple kill, and it looked bad for only
The Thunderbirds close quarters trying to finish off a single target, and they get punished heavily by these AoE stuns. Now TNC take everything outside the base, and even with this really nifty power shot, I just don't see how they're going to be able to hold. And then you see a jump like this.
Oh man, I mean, it's a 2-second cooldown for power shot, which is cute and all, weehaw, but I don't. Is he gonna? What? Okay, all right. He is. You got to be careful here, buddy. Sam H, you're getting sniped at. Look at this ability. How is this thing a thing?
Well, the mana is obviously still limiting. It's 120 per shot, but it is going off here. Level 25, a talented Wind Ranger.
Ulti wearing off Abaddon. Borrowed time no longer there. They're thinking about going for another catch. There's going to be the catch on to Cuckoo. Gets Glimmer Cape staying alive. Great combination. He gets the BKB out. Now Soxka going to be controlled as well. There's nobody really to hit on here. They pop the Haunt, turning to fight. Rior barely staying alive. Ends up graving himself now as well. Raven turning to go on to Soxka. They get the Global Silence finally popped here in Resolution, taking down Rior at the end. But is Misery going to end up falling because of it? He ends up going down. A double kill for Raven. Now the buyback from Weehaw. He wants to get into this fight, but he has to be so careful. Again, that Diffusal Blade just wrecks his day.
And they just ran it down. They just waited for the Wind Run to expire, and then Silencer and Slaughter were just able to beat him down as they kept the chase alive. So it just, now Weehaw without buyback is in a really sore spot. If he could have found a Shackle there, it could have been perfectly fine to buy back that way, but he hit on the Lincolns and they lose 2 kills. Suddenly, now you're just in a position where if the Wind Ranger drops, you lose the game. And that's a very scary place to be here 50 minutes in.
Well, and you know, they've taken that one lane.
Cooldown on the Song of the Siren is very, very small now with the Octarine Core. You're looking at it being back up in just 25 seconds, but that might be 25 seconds long enough to actually poke at Roshan. Right now they're flanking though. They're looking at the Monkey King in the trees. He pops the BKB. He'll get out. Can they just go for Roche? Like, if they could just get into a pit right now, it would be extremely valuable. They got to know what's up, but instead Abba, whose ulti is back off cooldown, is on the front line and is making sure that they don't get it easy.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, they do realize, of course, that it is up now. T-Birds in a position to come and contest. They actually jump forward with Tim's, find the crush onto 2, and as we said, the BKB is down for Misery. Moon Meander does still have his ulti up, thinking about going for it. Poison Touch as well is already out, but now Misery in more trouble. Do they end up committing the Haunt for this one? The Song of the Siren comes out, and still they find that kill. Thinking about this now. Round 2, ding, ding, ding. Let's go for it. The chase forward. Resolution maybe gonna get caught out. No, it doesn't matter though. They got
buyback on Moon.
He's dead for 90 seconds. T-Birds in a ton of trouble. Resolution now found out of mana, soon to be out of time and out of life. Closed down as well. The Diffusal Blade is there. TNC potentially might have found the answer here.
They have. I mean, you'll buy back on the Naga Siren, and we'll have to see a reset. Raven just wants to get out and get his harder to ask health back, but it's actually going to be him glimpsed into a really bad spot, and they bail. Where's the Dazzle? Where's the Grave? They just try to get out, cut every loss they have. I think at least the Dazzle sticking around to Grave and
this back into it. It's feeling like it's definitely winnable at this point. It's just going to come down to how these initiations work out, if they can possibly force a buyback from the Spectre to defend Roshan.
Yeah, well, they will certainly try. Right now, we're going to see a failed crush again, and a big shackle onto Cuckoo. He's going to get graved up, but his moments are numbered.
Stun. Weehawk going to drop. Cuckoo is going to die there. Now the buyback comes from Spectre, controlling him. Resolution. Solo, barely staying alive, is going to die. The BKB from Tim's. It lasted long enough to find that kill. Soxka will escape, but oh my goodness, oh my gracious. I think that they could have done it now. Now going to be taken down for a last time. Potentially. That ulti lasts a while, but I don't think it's long enough. And 90 seconds with none of him.
Ends this way, but TNC really have pulled through in the end. They got the upper hand in the final fight. Back and forth, neither team was willing. It's going to be the sword that Thunderbirds die on, as they just lose way too much in that last exchange. And TNC are just able to find the targets, find the kills that they need to wrap this one up and take us to decisive game 3.
Yeah, and I'm so impressed again because there's been so many instances as we do see Soxa about to die and TNC finishing this one off finally. The buyback is there from Disruptor, but GG is called. There were so many instances where TNC made problems last game that Thunderbirds capitalized.